Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Evan.
And I'm your host, Gabe.
We've got a very special episode of the podcast today of mostly, probably predominantly, fan snacks. Snacks from fans.
Long overdue.
Oh, they've been sitting in the snack vault for quite some time. So some of them, well, we'll get to that. This is a podcast where we, most of the time, acquire and review the latest and greatest snacks so that you know what
to try and what not to buy. What the hell?
I started stepping on your lines. I'm so sorry.
What am I even here for?
Well, you know, you're my Andy Richter. And this podcast is titled The Super Tasters Podcast. Super Taster Podcast. It's a snack podcast. What do we have for you today? So, we mentioned we have some snacks, some fan snacks.
Yes.
So, we've been gifted these snacks. And some of these are pretty old. We've been sitting on them for a while. We've just been so busy. We've got these cashew, and some of these we've actually tried before. Some of them are new. But since they were all given to us, we're like, we'll try them on pod. We've never done an official review of them.
Exactly.
These are cashews that are glazed with pomegranates
And vanilla.
And vanilla. These is meat stick. Jalapeno cheddar from Wenzel's Farm. We've also got an assortment of Kettle brand chips. Like I said, some of them that we've tried before. I think that we've definitely tried the habanero lime, which is a good thing because the bag that we have
Got punctured.
has been punctured.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be reviewing Poison.
And also, we did lose one bag that was punctured quite a bit that we thought we were going to be able to replace. But for some reason, that flavor is just nowhere.
And that bag was garlic parmesan
kettle chips.
Again, it's a flavor that I've had before. It's tasty, but we're not going to be able to review it on pod because I didn't want to eat
too many
punctured stale
But we
chips.
are going to still probably do a little sneak preview of the habanero lime.
And then for we've also got the truffle sea salt chips. We've got the peppercini kettle chips, and then we've got an assortment of newer chips. We've got some Miss Vicky's jalapeno and spicy dill pickle. Is that what that guy is over there?
The jalapeno was a gift. This was from my break room.
Yes,
that I bought.
Yes, sir. And where is that you work again?
That's okay.
And we've also got some brand new Miss Vicky's and kettle chips. We've got the Miss Vicky's honey mustard. We've got the Miss Vicky's Subway chips, the Baja Chipotle sauce. And we've also got the brand new Kettle brand Pimento spicy cheese kettle chips. So I guess we start where we should have started long ago, which is this bag of long expired. I wonder if we can find the expiration date on these bad boys. You know, it says do not purchase bag if bag is open or torn. Not only...
I don't think it was purchased open or torn.
No, it wasn't, but they're recommending against eating it. As you can see, there's no air. And in fact, if I squeeze, wow, that is a sizable hole. Let's try that again. Where is that?
But you know, the important...
There it is. I found it. What is that? What color is that? What color is that?
The important thing is...
Oh, no.
It was a gift, and so we are going to try to eat it.
Yeah. This is what we think of your gifts. We stick them in the cupboard.
We forget about
them. Expiration date doesn't really matter, I guess, because these have been compromised. But let's... You want the chip ghost on this one? No, he's escaped.
This is a defunct haunted house.
You want to smell? You'll be the smeller in this episode. Gabe's nose never
Thankfully,
fails.
it smells good.
Doesn't smell stale?
No, not at all. Surprisingly. So maybe it was hopefully it was a fresh puncture.
Like I said, I've had these guys before. This is the habanero lime. And actually, we had this at, I think it was a New Year's party. and we had a fan of the podcast was putting our palates to the test. And she was like...
fan of the podcast, an old friend, we should say. I mean,
no, just a fan.
Just a fan.
One of those stands that are... They're just always obsessive.
She listens.
They're following us around. No, but she was testing us, and she said, what flavor is this? And I hadn't had them before at that point. You, I think, had, so you had a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
But I tried them, and I was like, well, there's definitely lime or some sort of citric acid, which usually denotes lime. And I was like, and there's a pepper flavor. And she's like, what pepper? And I was like, I can't. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I got pepper and lime. So
yeah. Shout out Z, by the way.
I'm afraid of this.
I'm not afraid of anything. It's a little stale, but not as bad as I was thinking. But the habanero lime is a good flavor profile.
Habanero lime is a good flavor profile. I'm not going to finish that chip.
Yeah, we should. For the ones, if we do try to eat, which we will, whatever snacks we are gifted. For the ones that get punctured, we should definitely be more careful about. I don't care as much about expired.
Is a great pepper. It's got a great taste. Very recognizable, some would say. It's a good flavor. It's a great flavor for Kettle Brand. I love the mixture of the spiciness and the pepper flavor with the lime flavor. Like I said, I had half a chip, so I don't know if it's proper to rate this. I don't know if because we usually try not to rate stale goods because it's hard to. You gotta have them fresh so you can give them the best chance.
Well, and also, all gifts are automatically 5s. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, pretty sure this one was from our mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mama.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, what else do we suspect of being stale?
We should probably start with the stuff that we know that was gifted.
Let's do a couple more Kettle, and then we'll hit up the Miss Vicky's train.
I actually don't think I've had peppercini kettle chips.
Oh, then I hope these aren't stale because this is a fun one. Let me try. I'll do the air test. Air is not escaping. That's usually a good sign.
Good.
Expo.
Probably front, top right.
November 4th, 2023. So just about a year.
Not quite a year. That's still good. That's still good.
A year expired.
It'll smell. You'll know when the quality's gone because it smells like stale oil.
The quality's gone. All right, here you go, guinea pig.
Guinea what?
Get that guy. Oops. Well, keep your hands on it.
It doesn't smell like stale oil.
Peppercini flavored.
It smells like
Kettle Brand chips. Actually, one of their best flavors.
Beige. I love the color of the bag.
You want to know the answer to that question? You want to know the answer to the question, why are they beige? Because they asked us to eat it by November 4th of last year, and we didn't listen. That's why they're beige. Because the guys that put them in the bag were like, these will be a good color until November 4th of 2023. And it is a year later. That's why they're beige.
You know what? I know when I've been outclassed. I'll give you that one. Ooh.
It's such a great flavor.
Ooh, those are nice.
It's one of their best.
Yeah, dude.
I can't even tell if these are stale.
You know what makes me think?
Huh.
Why isn't there a pickled jalapeno flavored chip?
Don't give them ideas. Don't hurt them now. Pickled jalapeno would go crazy, dude. I mean, that's basically... This is that experience, I think, for now. The closest you can get.
These are good.
There very well could be a pickled jalapeno chip that we don't know about. We don't know of every chip that has ever existed.
True, but we're getting close.
These are good. I still don't think they're at their full power. I think it's like medicine, you know, when it's expired, you can still use it. You'll probably be fine, but it's just not going to be as potent. The flavor, I think, is not as potent as it should be because it's expired. Like I said, we don't have to rate the chips that are gifts. But you should try these on the outs.
I like them on the outs.
I'm glad that they're not expired, or I'm glad that they're not punctured and stale, but they are, with empirical data to back it up, they are expired. Let's do these guys. These are the Kettle Brand.
These
truffle oil and sea salt.
I have had before, and these
I might have
do like
once upon a time. Okay, it doesn't feel punctured. October of 2023. So these ones had a little bit more time. These ones have a little bit more life left in them. Good. No, wait. No. A little bit less. Never mind. I'll smell this one.
He's dead.
Audience at home, are you laughing? That's called physical comedy.
Buckle up, folks. More jokes to come.
Physical comedy on an audio medium. It's called innovation.
They smell very, very slightly truffly.
These smell extremely a little bit truffle.
Very fun.
These are.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll keep hurting you. If you keep making sentences that don't make sense, I'll keep hurting you. Don't try it without me, dude.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
He's hurting me back. Also, what if you were putting on an act? Like it just tastes like sour poison,
terrible.
And you're like, oh my, and I get like a handful.
These are good.
Oh, dude,
they're so good.
The flavor of truffle, I feel like you either love it or you hate it, and by that I mean, there's nobody's like, yeah, truffle's okay. Like you taste it, and if you like truffle, dude, it's so good. And these might be expired, but I'm going in for chip number 2.
They're still way, way, way too good. This is my favorite one I've had yet.
This is one of the best Kettle brand flavored chips. And truffle is, maybe it's an expensive thing. It's a cost thing, but it's an underutilized flavor, especially when it comes to chips, I think.
Yeah.
I love the flavor of truffle.
Me too.
What brand is it? There used to be a brand that had like a salt and pepper chip.
It's Kettle. Kettle still
Was
has
it
a
Kettle?
salt and pepper. Yeah, that's like one of their biggest flavors.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great.
Oh yeah, these are great.
Oh yeah, those are great.
I know we don't normally rate these on the podcast, but I'm gonna have to say these are great.
Yeah, out of 5, they're great. I'll let you put a number to that word. Wait, how many letters in great? That's what I thought. Let's get into these Miss Vicks. So we've got, and some of these are not expired, right? Now we're starting. The episode's starting to look up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are expired. All right, but these guys we just got recently, so these should
Not recently.
Okay, those expired by about a month.
So basically not expired.
So that's basically fine. Well, let's do these first. So these are Miss Vicky's jalapeno. And yes, I'm pronouncing jalapeno. Yes, I'm pronouncing jalapeno wrong on purpose. It's called engagement bait. So then you comment, hey, that's not how you pronounce it. And then we get millions of views.
And you get owned.
I know it's pronounced jalapeno. That's enough. I'm done, guys. I'm done. Please don't cancel me. I'm done. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun. What are you gonna do?
Either way,
Gen
you
Z
are
me,
done.
bro.
Yeah, Gen Z me, bro.
Yeah, either way, you're dead.
These smell stale.
Yeah, this doesn't smell like
That's okay.
food. This smells like cow hay. Oh, this doesn't smell.
Specifically for cows.
Can you take a bite and tell me? Can you protect me, big brother?
They're stale.
Yahoo!
We did that to ourselves.
You reap what you sow. I mean, we deserve it.
Don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Okay. I have had the jalapeno Miss Vicky's before, I believe. Have you?
Not in a long time. But I will say...
Poison?
It could be because it's stale. But the jalapeno flavor could have been a little bit stronger.
Well, get ready for something that is also stale. Well, at least expired. These are the Miss Vicky's Spicy Dill Pickle. I'm actually very excited about these. They smell very pickly. They smell good. They're thinner. They look more thin. What do you think? For a kettle chip. Are these kettle? They are.
They are, yeah. And I'm beginning to realize why you shouldn't eat a million kettle chips back to back to back, because I'm starting to feel greasy.
I can feel the grease in my veins. I was going to say running through my veins. It's not running. There's some traffic. I'm starting to, my heart is beating more slowly.
Yeah.
I'm averaging about 4 beats a minute.
You have clog and go traffic right now.
That's right.
Oh, these are good. Oh, wow, these are good.
I love a pickle chip, dude.
But the spiciness could be turned up, but it's there.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of like a peppery spiciness.
And I know we were saying we're not going to rate gifts. This one wasn't a gift. We provided this. I think we're out of gift territory aside from these two guys, which we can do those next. But this is kind of hidden. Like, it's not super spicy. And I say that every time we have a spicy snack. But pickle chips already on their own, most of the time are going to be 5 territory for me.
It makes me miss the Flamin' Hot Dill pickle chips from Lay's.
Yeah, I did like that Flamin' Hot Dill pickle. It could be spicier, but it's like, especially for a kettle chip, sometimes they can be like almost too thick and they don't take on the seasoning too well. This is very satisfying. This is nice.
That's really nice.
What do you think, partner?
Probably put in a 5.
I think so too. Maybe
with the rest of the snacks that we were gifted.
I'm just I was gonna say maybe I'm just feeling spoiled because everything else was stale or expired
was on the brink
so far. But in my body's telling me like, yes, please. This is real food. Bag of processed chips. This is what real food tastes like. Yeah, these are 5 for me as well. I think we should do these guys.
Yeah,
maybe boom boom. So get in, break, snap into a Slim Jim. Now, does meat expire? Oh, it looks like July 30th.
2024.
Oh, so...
That just happened. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, right? Any doctors watching?
I'm going to make sure... There's no doctors watching this.
There are actually, and I got a DM from one. He's like, you have a growth on your neck.
You're like, no, that's my brother.
It's like, doctor, give me the news. He's like, you've got a growth that you should get
You should make sure that it is benign because you got a growth.
Yeah, I was actually going to make it kind of rhyme when I was singing, but then you started singing over my song. Doctor, give me the news. You got a growth that you should check out soon, is what I was going to say.
No, sing it.
I don't want to sing it anymore because you ruined it.
Commit to your bits.
Oh, how does it feel?
It's kind of poopy.
It looks a little slimy. Is there one of those things in there, the salt packets that you're not supposed to eat for preservation?
It smells good, though. It smells smoky.
Sorry, I'm still crunching on these spicy dill pickle Miss Vicky's. These are great.
Oh, and now I see the tear here, down here at the bottom. Did not do that because I don't follow the rules. I eat expired chips. I eat open chips. I eat other people's chips.
Okay, let's get this gray meat log in me. Oh, it smells good.
It does.
What is this? What flavor is this?
Jalapeno cheddar.
Okay.
Threw it at me. Cheers.
Making sure I did a worm.
I took a huge bite.
I did a worm check, making sure there's no worms. You're good.
Oh, it tastes good. It doesn't taste off or anything.
Cheesy. Mm-hmm. Artificial cheese flavor immediately. It's not bad. Mm-hmm. It's very greasy.
It is, but good. I like the spice.
Yeah, it's like classic jerky stick. A little bit of cheese. A little bit of spice from the jalapeno. Mm-hmm. I'm rocking with it. Probably not going to rate it. You think? What?
No, because
That's yours? Okay, yeah, cheese. I thought. No, those are cockroach eggs. I was just double checking. See how round they are?
That's where they come from. See how round they are?
No, it's just nice. It's much better than your average, like... I've never been, like, a Slim Jim guy. I've never been into, like, most... Maybe mainstream is not the right word, but, like, popular types of, you know, like, Jack Link, Slim Jim. I do like...
The Tillamook ones? The big ones?
The Tillamook ones are pretty good. I'm a big fan of Landjaeger.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially with the popularity of by us in the Northwest, Bavarian meats.
Yeah.
Good one. But
that's
yeah,
nice.
Landjaeger in general is really good.
Okay, so we got next up. These are Sahel snacks. These are the cashews, the glazed cashews, pomegranate vanilla. I might have had these at one point. Wait, yeah, can we check? Okay. So 6 months expired. Not the worst. Not the worst.
What's going on here? They smell good. They smell like vanilla bean. Oh, he's dead again.
Audio listeners, basically I smelled it and then I collapsed as if I inhaled some sort of noxious gas.
Yeah.
The joke, of course, there being that Gabe said they smelled good, and I was indicating that they weren't good because they're so expired. It had some sort of harmful effect on my body.
Exactly. And for the visually impaired, Evan smells bad. Evan collapses. Evan is pretending to be dead.
Someone's been listening to an audiobook.
Evan pops back up.
Someone's been listening to a World of
Ice and Fire. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing quite like listening to an hour of King Ares, King Aegon the 100th.
Dude, my favorite thing about my favorite little tidbit of the Game of Thrones audiobooks, the older ones that were narrated by Roy Dotrice, rest in peace. He was such a funny guy because he would do great voices. He would do like girl voices for the girl characters. For the ravens, he would do like corn. He would do like bird voices. It was a funny experience if you're binging the audiobooks because going from one book to the next, he did not, he was an older guy, so I assume he just didn't give a crap, but he wouldn't put in the work to make sure the voices were consistent always. So sometimes like
he would come up with a new voice.
Yes, the voices would change. There'd be a new voice, or he'd be like, oh, he's doing Jorah's voice for Jon Snow. But my favorite part of listening to him narrate those audiobooks was that there is a portion where Hodor, and if you're not familiar with Game of Thrones, Hodor is the character who, his name is Hodor, and the only thing he says is Hodor. You're like, hey, Hodor, how's it going? And he's like, Hodor, Hodor. There's my dog coming in. Hello, dog. She's wagging her tail.
She's happy to be here.
She's like, hey, I just pissed on the rug. You guys are neglecting me. All right, sorry about that, guys. I paused to make sure my dog didn't have to go pee, and she did have to go pee, so we let her go pee. Okay, so where was I? There's a section of the audiobook where Hodor, who's the character who only says Hodor, his name is Hodor, falls off a cliff. And if you look at the book, if you look at the Game of Thrones book, there is a page, maybe even like a page and a half to 2 pages that are just typed out Hodor, because Hodor is like freaking out. Oh, no spoilers, but Hodor, he doesn't fall off the cliff and die. So he's not falling to his death, just in case you're reading the books. But he's like tripping off a cliff or something. He's just tumbling. And it's just Hodor for pages. And Roy Dotrice, the man that he was, he read every single one of those Hodors in a panicked Hodor voice. So I'm listening to the audiobook. This was back when I was throwing freight overnight, working at Fred Meyer, 11 p.m. to 7:30. And I'm listening to music and audiobooks. And so I'm stocking the shelves, and all I hear in my ear for a solid, maybe 45 seconds straight, Roy Dotrice going, Hodor, 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 Hodor. For reference, that was maybe 6 seconds. Now, multiply that by 5. That's what I heard, and I literally couldn't contain my laughter. I was because it was so loud, and I just knew that he was reading every single one of those, going through with like a highlighter to make sure he didn't miss one.
He's a professional. He's the one that's reading The World of Ice and Fire.
Really? Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, man. He was a goat. All right, let's get into these cashews. Is it possible for a cashew to be stale? No. Scientists?
Impossible.
The vanilla flavor, the glaze, goes great with the flavor of the cashew.
Yeah, these are good.
That's an elevated snack. No, unfortunately, these were a gift. I think these were a gift from my buddy of mine named Andrew. And so we can't. I don't know how much they cost. They could be expensive. If they're not, as many as you can.
One.
No, I would. Yeah, for every cashew you drop, we'll get another rat.
There's so many rats, you guys.
Yeah. But if these aren't too expensive, I would highly recommend these because they're kind of fancier, especially if you like cashews. Cashews are nice because you can have them sweet or savory. But with the vanilla glaze and the little pieces of pomegranate.
Yeah. Those are really, really good.
Oh, it's nice, man. It's very nice.
Thank
you again. Shout out to all the gifters that made this episode possible. I think we have a couple from various different sources. So if you contributed, if you're even still following the podcast, like, wait, the
guys that never ate the snacks that I bought them a year
ago? Over a year. We do still, I've also been probably saying this for almost a year now at this point. We do still got to get a P.O. box set up so that people can send us snacks. You guys can send us snacks and they can sit in our cupboard for a year. And then the rats chew little holes in it. And then they go stale and poisonous.
Yep.
Wow.
That's just terrific. The cycle.
I love those cashews. All right. We've got 2 Miss Vickies and a kettle. Maybe we go Miss Vicky, kettle, Miss Vicky.
Sure.
I'm kind of thinking about saving these for last.
So you want to do the honey mustard?
I think so.
And you got these because neither of us have had these, correct?
Yeah, we haven't tried these. I don't know how new they are. That cashew's going to bother me. It's going to make me mad. I love. How are you on honey mustard? Where do you stand?
Neutral. I've had really good honey mustard.
Neutral?
I've had really good honey mustard. I've had like honey mustard that I.
Where was it from that you didn't like?
I just don't like it when it's too sweet. It's a funny thing to say. It's like there's a perfect balance.
Standing neutrally on honey mustard is in the front because me personally, where I stand on honey mustard when it comes to honey mustard, preferably in a pool neck deep in honey mustard.
Oh, I see.
That's where I stand. I want to swim in honey mustard like Scrooge McDuck. He swims in honey mustard, famously.
True.
You thought, you thought those were gold coins? No. Those are dollops. Those were dollops of honey mustard.
Not a huge honey mustard smell.
No, these wouldn't be one of the. How could
Wait,
these?
You just bought these.
I just got these. July. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's a good balance.
That's the honey mustard that reminds me of the honey mustard that used to be on the rolled gold pretzels.
No pun intended, but that's the gold standard of honey mustard snack for me.
It's okay to intend a pun once in a while. I like these. They could be. I know you're harping on honey mustard. It's too sweet for me. Maybe it's just because we're coming off those cashews. I didn't do a palate cleanse, but they could be just a tad, just a hair sweeter.
Really?
But otherwise, yeah. What do you think? 2-person podcast, so you can talk.
I think that I think this is exactly the kind of honey mustard style that I like.
Okay.
Honey mustard.
Well, good.
That's the exact kind of honey mustard style that I like.
I love me some honey mustard.
See, when I get me a honey mustard, I have to make sure that it's not too sweet. Okay? Because you know that I'm fixing to have a sweet after. We do some character work.
My cousin had a honey mustard cow. He done flew up in a tornado.
One time I had me a whole hive of honey mustard bees. Okay? And you want to talk about tangy, they had quite a bit of a sting.
So we like to workshop characters on the podcast.
Whether you like it or not.
These are great. What do you think? Oh, made with love and care. Okay. That answers my question.
That's why.
How did they achieve this?
Damn. And you wanted more sweetness?
I'm sorry, Grandma.
Can I get a little more love and care, please?
The squeaky wheel gets the grease. I don't know what to tell you.
I really like those, actually.
What do you think?
I think it's got to be a 5, It's a really good blend for me.
Yeah. I think I'm comfortable putting it in a 5. For me, it feels like a high 4. just because I would like it to be a little bit sweeter. I do got a sweet tooth, guys. What can I say? By that, I mean a tooth that is just rotted down to the root because of how much sugar I've eaten. But I'm very happy to put these into 5. Right next to, actually, funnily enough, another Miss Vicky's flavor. Okay, Kettle. It's your chance to earn a spot on the leaderboard. This is the only Kettle chip that was not provided to us by a fan. This is brand new. Expired 3 months ago.
This was provided to us.
This one? No. Oh, well, yes, actually, that's true. Someone, I forgot. Someone bought this and set it aside for us. I, for some reason in my head, I was like, "Oh yeah, Gabe picked these up." So thank you for these. We're still gonna rate them. These are the tailgate edition. God, I would love to get a word out without you talking over me. I gotta separate these microphones at one point. We gotta get a 2 mic setup just so I can take Gabe's audio and go while I'm talking.
It's a half second.
But it keeps happening. These are tailgate edition pimento spicy cheese. I don't like the bag design. I know it's probably like, oh, this is a cheese with holes. If anybody, any of you, what is it called? Trypophobia? Any of you trypophobia fans out there?
The fans of it, yeah.
You're not going to like this bag. All right. Woo! You know what? That smells like pimento cheese.
Wow! Whoa!
Yeah, that's strong. Those are smelling salts in here.
Yeah, dude.
I might do a... Look at this. What is this? What happened here? This is...
Oh my gosh.
The body horror of chips. Like, this is like 4 chips melted into one.
I was going to say, it's the entire bottom portion of a potato.
I don't know what sort of David Cronenberg.
Man, these smell so tangy.
I'm excited. Cheers, Mom.
Cheers. More balanced than you would think.
It's one of those things where it's like, it tastes like what it's supposed to taste like, but is that a flavor that we really want to marry to a chip? Like, is it a good chip experience? You know what? This is kind of a cop-out, but I feel like these would really sing if you're dipping them into an adjacent dip, into a cheese dip, or maybe even, dare I say, a pimento cheese dip. As it stands on their own, they're kind of weird. I don't know. What do you think?
Here, we don't have as much of a culture of eating pimento cheese dip, because I think it's more like a Midwest to Southern thing, if I'm not mistaken. I could be way off base. But I at least did not grow up... Not only did I not grow up having much spicy pimento cheese dip, but like it wasn't really available for me to turn down. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't there.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
That being said, I like it more than I thought I was going to like it.
It's not super spicy. It's cheesy. It's very pimento-y.
The pickled pimento peppers.
I don't remember. Oh, thank God you said that. I was just going to say, I don't remember what a pimento is. And then you saved me. Look at this guy.
Buffed up.
What do you think? How do you feel about this?
So, I don't know if I would buy another bag of this.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed it enough, like I said, to seek it out again.
Yeah.
But if I was at a place that had it, I'd be like, yeah, give me a couple of those. So, probably a high 3 for me, but I'm just not quite comfortable putting it in
I agree.
4.
I was leaning towards 3, but it's so flavorful that part of me was like, should I put it in 4? But the flavors, the flavorful flavors that are flavoring, I'm like, I'm not... They're good, but I'm just feeling a 3, I think.
For people that really like pimento cheese dip,
Yeah.
I think that you will really like these because it does deliver on the pimento cheesiness. I think it's my own personal bias, just not having really been exposed to that flavor profile.
It's good. It is good. That was crazy. That was like a magic trick what you just did. All right, last but not least, And thank God, because I am starting to sweat in this scorching September day. Oh, I put this all the way in 5. Sorry, buddy. That's the last time you'll see a 5. Into the 3 you go. We've got the Miss Vicky's. It's a long one. Not just the bag. This is Miss Vicky's Baja Chipotle flavored, inspired by the Subway sauce chip. And this bag is so tall, it blocks out my camera.
All right. This is another Costco score.
It's a tall chip ghost. I'm going to let a little bit of him out. This is a strat that you guys can use at home if you're trying to capture a chip ghost.
Right.
Because every time you capture a chip ghost spirit, you get a little bit more powerful.
True.
You get another bud of taste on your tongue. I'm just going to let out just a tiny bit of him. There we go. He's going to, his fingers wriggling out. And
yep.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
I'm a little tame, man. Have you seen that video? There's some video of someone like hitting whippets.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You? I'm a little tame, man. What's up?
Yeah, I saw one video because it's like the new flavored gas that came out, and then just a slew of videos. Thankfully, people going, "Do not do this."
Yeah. So I will say that I don't know if I've been to Subway frequently enough or in recent enough years that I can remember what their Baja Chipotle sauce is supposed to taste like. It smells good.
For me, personally,
yeah.
I used to always get the Baja sauce every time I'd get a Subway sandwich.
I would do. You guys want to know my Subway order? Let's do our Subway orders. So mine, okay. I would have 2. My backup option, because spoilers, but the one that I like to get, maybe it was just the location I went to, they would run out of my preferred meat choice.
So you have to have a...
So my backup was grilled chicken, but that was a substitute for what I really wanted, which was a meatball marinara with pepperoncinis, tomatoes, maybe a little spinach, pepper jack cheese, and then fuck it up with the I think they have like a sriracha mayo, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
Some sort of like sriracha sauce, just spicy, just as spicy as possible. And you know what? You guys can hate on Subway all you want, but that meatball and the marinara was there for me in times of need, especially because I'm young enough to remember when Subway did $5 footlongs.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your Subway order?
Mine's kind of the opposite. I go for a cold cut, and then every once in a while I would get a meatball marinara. But my go-to is the Italian BMT. Stands for bigger, meatier, tastier. Bigger, meatier, tastier. Yeah. And so it's ham, I think salami and pepperoni, because I'm an Italian guy. And then I'm not actually Italian. I'm an Italian sandwich fan, I should say.
We're Italian guys.
We're Italian guys. But then I do all of the vegetables. And then I do oil and vinegar, salt, pepper, and then like this.
That does sound nice. That does sound good. Guys,
on Italian herbs and cheese.
I was going to say Italian herbs and cheese. Yeah. Always, every time. Guys, post your Subway orders down in the chat. Let's get into this Baja Subway sauce. That's interesting.
I should say it's funny that in the beginning I said I used to always get it, and then I described a sandwich where I did not get it on there.
Yeah.
But growing up, I would always get a roast beef sandwich, and I always got it with the Chipotle sauce.
The Chipotle flavor is there. Mm-hmm. It's nice. I don't know if I'm really getting what makes it Baja. Let me look. Yippee-I-yo. Oh. It's in there. Yippee-I-yo. No, it's folks, so what I did there was I opened up the bag and I released the Baja Men. Mm-hmm. So if you're familiar with the song Who Let the Dogs Out, there's a famous portion of that song where they say Yippee-I-yo. So when I released them from the bag, they said Yippee-I-yo.
Exactly. So when Evan released the first chip ghost, we had an empty vessel on our hands. And Evan opened the vessel back up to the ghosts of the Baja.
I didn't blow out the candles when I was playing with the Ouija board. Yes. So yes, the ghosts came in through the portal that I created.
And it was the Baja men.
The Baja men, all alive, still gathered around their TV watching this episode.
These are weird, but I like them. They're kind of herby. You know what I mean?
You can say herbaceous. I'm not going to bully you anymore. It's okay. I like the Chipotle flavor a lot.
Me too.
They are weird.
It almost tastes like the cross between a Chipotle flavor and like a blackened flavor. You know what I mean?
This is one of those kettle chips that I think would benefit from being not as a thick cut, like not a kettle chip, you know, because the seasoning is a little bit overshadowed by the taste of the chip on its own. But I like the Chipotle flavor that's there. I mean, I like what I'm seeing here, you know.
Me too.
Plus, my Baja Men joke wouldn't be possible without this flavor, and everyone, it's killing at home.
That's true.
Oh man, I'm sweaty. What do you think? How you feeling? Yippee!
I think it's a 4. I agree with your texture comment. I think that if this was on like a ruffle style chip,
yes,
like a ridged chip, I think it'd be a 5.
I agree.
Because I really like the flavor profile.
I think that's potential to be a 5. Mm-hmm. As it stands right now, I'm very comfortable putting that in a 4. Which is good because it's a big bag. We've got a lot to get through.
That's true. It's good.
Wow. Yeah. What a great episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching the Super Tasters podcast. I want to give a quick shout out to anybody that has given us a fan snack. And if you would like to send us snacks in the future, and then I give out my address again. Here's my full address. No, but thank you so much for the snacks, and we're happy to eat and review so many tasty chips. Guys, speaking of tasty chips, get your hands on, if you can, Miss Vicky's is the clear winner of this episode. The honey mustard Miss Vicky's and the spicy dill pickle chips from Miss Vicky are both 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5 Baja men agree that those are the chips that you should be snacking on. And you know what? These guys are pretty good too. The Baja Chipotle Subway chips from also Miss Vicky. Yeah. So we've got an all-star on our hands here.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty good spread. It was a pretty good spread. I don't really have much to add. I think you said it. Thank you again. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been the Super Tasters Podcast. I've been your host, Evan.
And I've been your host, Gabe.
And Gabe, what are you always saying?
I'm always saying,
remember to always let the dogs out.
Yippee-i-yo.
Yippee-i-yo.
Oh. Yippee-i-yo.
The dogs. Oh!